guys? It's been a while. And I did video like this. First, I've been slightly busy with some stuff like that. And yeah, this is just the end of this month, which is the end of April 2024. So I take it upon myself that I have to do this. Yeah, the month just ended and today is first, so I have to do it on first. All right. So this weekend I'm going to do the weekly review, which I will be giving you guys, you know, the because I want to see how this week close. The close of the week will determine how we, you know, the close of this week will determine where we going to where we're going to put anticipate for the high of the month, right? Because the current high of the month, which is just created today, might still be taken out, although we knew that from price action we are bearish, or euro is bearish, not us. The euro, the market is bearish, but we need to have a confluence, and we need to be able to determine where the possible high of the month is going to be, because that is another great factors. So as I will begin to explain to you guys what I'm looking out for, and how previous month's price delivered, because it's also very important that we understand the month that we just ended, how it's delivered, right? Because if you understand how the month delivered, you can, just be something like already, maybe you call it, we call it back testing, or tape reading what has happened in the previous price. So it just hypothetically back testing. So I'm just going to take us down into back testing. So we might eventually spend some kind of good amount of time here today. And I don't know if you can hear me, but I will try to listen to these videos you know, before I continue. So I'll make sure that before I post this video, I listen to it myself. So what I'm trying to say is that the previous months, as we can see, have delivered lower. And with what we said on our March, if you have chance, you can go back to the March to see if actually I know what I'm doing. You can go back to the March contract and listen to what I said on that video. I did mention that if price did not take out the March contract high and we form a new swing high, that is going to be the monthly swing high that will take us down to this uh low, which is this sell side liquidity, all right, which is a range, because we have a range high and a range low. So if price did not, you know, if price eventually did not pass the previous, which is the March contract, which is this particular candle that is indecisive, you can go back and watch and listen to what I said and come back to this one and listen to it, because I think that one is just 20-minute video, so it's not going to take you much time. Then you come back here and listen to what I am going to talk about this month. So before I deep dive into this current month, and I want to give you words of encouragement, yes, and to also encourage myself, because it has not been a very, very, smooth road for me, trying to meet up.
Incoming mail.
Oh my God, trying to meet up with everything I need to do, and trying to give you guys videos and also incorporating it with your tutorial that is going to enhance your trading capability. So now I'm doing this video in a new month. I will use this opportunity to say happy new month, and I wish you guys success, and I pray to Almighty Allah to make trading your sole source of income eventually if we get through this whole ups and downs. So one of the greatest encouragements I want to say is that you need to have the habit of what? Journaling. Yes, right. Keep reading. Every day you should be able to have like 1 hour daily, or let me say 1 hour or 2 hours if you're not that kind of a busy person. 2 hours maximum. Anything more than 2 hours you are overdoing. 2 hours, you sit down, look at what has happened in today price from the higher time frame, from the daily to the hourly, and try to figure out where the high of the day was, where the low of the day was. If the price delivered bearish, okay, where did the high of the day, where did we sell from? Okay, what is it, a PDRA or a sweep on liquidity? Because that's the only two things that happen. It's either the price move higher and tap on a PDRA, then begins to move lower for a sell side delivery, or the price move higher and sweep a short time buy side liquidity or sell side liquidity before moving lower or higher, which is two scenario. So these are the two things that usually happen. You cannot take my word for it, but you have to do it yourself. But eventually, if you do it yourself, you find out that is the two things that happen. It's either we take out a high to go lower, we sweep, that is a liquidity push to go to the direct not to go to reverse, or we price delivered into a PDRA, which is might either be an order block, a fair value gap. Then, if you have figured out that the market trade on a every daily basis, right? If you figure out that the market trades to a PDRA, then you need to like, okay, what kind of PDRA did it trade to? Is it a bearish order block or a bullish order block? Or is it a fair value gap? What time frame fair value gap is it? Can you refine that time frame fair value gap into a 15-minute or 5-minute fair value gap, and it will still give you exact or a good entry? How would you, if for example, if you had decided to be in that trade, how will you react? If you are honest with yourself, you will know how you will react. If you are the person that always waits for total confirmation, you will know that you will have to engage after the price has already starts moving from that area. Or if you are the person that's impulsive, you might even have, okay, there's a fair value gap here, I'm putting my entry here, I'm putting my stop here. Or if you are the person that wants to wait for let me say as soon as price gets there, you want to go to 1 minute to to refine. Everybody just has their own characteristics, knows the one that suits you best and work with it. Okay, so the way we treat the daily candle, that is how we treat the weekly and the monthly candle, and that is why we have monthly, weekly, and daily profile. All right. So I'll be going into what we have for this month. Let me check if my video is still recording. Okay. Yeah, it's pretty going well. So I'll be going into what we have for this month, and we have seen that this month delivered a down close candle, and I have a statement here, and I would love to read for you guys so you can stay with me. Now, the April 2024, the month is April 2024, which is the month that just ended, and we are now in May. Now, the Euro US dollar monthly contract for April 2024 delivered as a down close candle, sweeping February 2022 candle low, which is the sell side liquidity, and also confirming the market contract 2020, the March, sorry, and also confirming the March contract 2024 candle high as a swing high. Now, listen carefully. What I mean by that particular statement is that this month of April delivered lower, taking what? this swing low, because the February, right? The February swing low has been taken, right? We swept that swing low, and also we confirm the price delivery lower, confirm that this is a swing high, and if that is a swing high, we might not basically need to see another swing high for price to get here, except the market is going to start ranging, because we have already seen one, two, so there is no need to have seen another one for price till price gets here on a monthly contract. But we might see a swing high on a daily, like more swing high on a daily time frame before we get here. But on a monthly, I want to see this one to be the last swing high, right? So this new month might go higher before we go lower. Yes, and we have already seen that prices has gone higher, but we want to confirm. The major thing now is we want to confirm where is the likely turn off, like where are we going to turn, because we needed to have that in conclusion, whether are we going to react to a PDRA, or are we going to have a liquidity run before we go lower. So this, as I've mentioned earlier, is very very important, and we need to treat the new month that same way. Now on the monthly contract, we can see that euro has delivered a clear and clean bias, and we have price seeking more sales, and we have seen that price is seeking more sell-side delivery for the new month. I think that is a clean statement, a very pure statement, and I don't need to explain that. From the previous identified range, we have the Monday 2nd October 2023 candle low as the major sell side liquidity, which is what I'm pointing out there, is this sell side liquidity as our major sell side liquidity, which is likely to be tapped into or delivered through it. It is more confirmed because we already have a swing high on a monthly price action. Now, why do we think price is coming here? Is because we already have a new swing high which is just being confirmed in price. So that should be a very good catalyst to drive us lower. Now, from the current price action, it is likely to see euro delivered into the March candle low to form an efficient price delivery, or price might fall short of it, and it is reasonable to figure out the best area to expect the high of the month, the high of the next month. Okay, so what I'm basically saying here is that now that we have already have our confirmation that we are seeking for sell-side delivery, it is also important that we have to figure out the best area for our new high of the month, which is the new month we are about to emerge on, where the high of the month is going to be. All right, so because if when we know that, then we are going to have a basic principle from that, price. From the lower price delivery that From the lower price delivery, that is the weekly and the daily time frame, the euro price did have an efficient and efficiently has efficiently traded on the lower time frame, which might lead to a fair value gap, or CB, on the monthly time frame. That is, we might not have an efficient price delivery with March 2024 candle low. Basically, I am expecting price to go higher into and form an efficient price delivery with this price, or trade into the opening price of the previous month. But because of the lower time frame, it is now, you know coming to me that we might not see an efficient price delivery between this month and March contract. But if price is efficiently distributed, that will enhance the movement of price lower. So before I talk about the weekly profile, we need to go to the lower time frame. But then I want to take us to the to the DXY, which is the dollar index. So we have basically same scenario, but it's inverted. And on the dollar index, I sorry for using the F word. I really do like the price delivery and how it is showing on the DXY, because DXY has a clean inversion fair value gap which is confirmed by this month, and also this month candle, which is the April candle, also confirm a swing low on the monthly time frame, and we have a clean what fair value gap that has now become an efficient price. And also the buy side liquidity for the XY is so close to the current price. So that is now giving me an edge that we need to see the XY reprice and tap on the inversion fair value gap low. Sorry, this is why I have not been, posting videos all this while, because of MTN network. And I am not using TradingView to record this now. I am basically using my new software, because at least it will not pause even though the network disconnected. So that is another added advantage, because if I'm using TradingView, it will lead to the, like, if the network disrupt me, I will have to restart again, which is what I've been struggling with. But I almost forgot that I have a software, something that I subscribe for. So now that we have seen price coming lower, all right, I am anticipating for us to get, for the sorry, for the XY to get into our inside this inversion fair value gap, either the consequent encroachment or the midpoint, which is the midpoint, or just a tap on it before we go, or before price rally higher. So that is the major area I am looking at for the SY. And we have this buy side liquidity. We have a volume in, but I don't want to talk about all these major price. But okay, let me, after I'm done with the videos, I might take us to the monthly and weekly time frame, and talk about where we might actually see a reverse in price. All right. So let's go to the Euro US dollar weekly contract, and let's talk about the weekly profile, the past month, which is the April month weekly profile. Now we have 4 weeks in a month, right? The first week did not form the high of the month, but the second week formed the high, which is this week, formed the high of what, this month. So if the second week formed the high of the month, then the third week formed the low of the month. I don't know if you guys are getting what I'm saying, and if you've been following up, you will understand more about what I'm saying. That is the monthly profile, the Euro US dollar monthly profile is an obvious what, second week of the month is an what, is an obvious second week of the month. I'm writing it to second week of the month, which as the month, as the high of the month, as the what, as the high of the month, that sweep that sweep um that sweep the first week, and also tap on the fair value gap that sweep the first week, the first week high, the first week high, which is buy side liquidity, and also tap on a fair value gap or CB, and lower delivered lower. While the high of the month, the low of the month is formed on the third week of April, in third week of April 2024, that sweep the second week low, the second week low, and delivered as an candle, delivered as an up close candle, lead, which also lead to the formation of what to the formation of a fair value gap, or CB. That price is trading inside currently. That price is trading inside currently. So that is the weekly profile, which is this one is this third week being the low, and the second week being the high of the month, and this whole thing deliver price, and the fourth week did what? Price back into the monthly range, and price remain on that. And also, if you check on the or if you relate this with the weekly time frame and the monthly time frame, sorry, with the daily profile, that means if you relate the monthly profile with the weekly profile with the daily profile, you should be able to like identify that these things repeatedly occur irrespective of the time frame, be it an hourly or daily, or any time frame. They all have what is significant, what significantly the way the price is engineered. So now I'll be talking about the weekly, and why I think the price has already formed an efficient price delivery on the weekly time frame. On the weekly, we have seen that this fair value gap has been totally filled. All right, this is the inversion fair value gap on the monthly. All right, so this we have this other block, which I am anticipating for our in if you watch my previous weekly video, if you are following me up, or we are looking, or I made mention of this red line, which is the or bearish order block opening price for price to get there. So if this new month this price there and tap on it, that will give us more confluence to expect lower prices. But from the weekly, or from this weekly time frame now, we have seen an efficient price delivery, which is another reason why we should be, we should think twice before taking any irrational decision. And also we should to me, I would prefer if price sweep this previous week high. If we sweep that previous week high before going lower, I think that will make more, or will give more confidence to price for me. So I'll be doing a weekly video on Sunday or Saturday, any of these days. So you take endeavor to do watch that, because I'll be portraying about because I want this week to close, this new week, because I'm doing this video on Wednesday, and we still have Thursday and Friday, which is 2 days for the market to close. So I'll be waiting for the market to close before I will do you know, I will now made mention if we are going to see a sell side liquidity taking and market tap on the bearish order block or a PDRA before going lower. So before I made mention of all that, so we need to like wait for the market to close, and I might not be able to give you guys videos tomorrow and next month based on the daily contract, but from next week after the weekly I might try to give you guys updates. At least if I can squeeze like 1 hour, because if I did a video for 30 minutes and I will still need, because of network issue, I might even need more than 30 minutes to post the video. So that is what I'm struggling with. So please do endure with me, and I promise to give you guys the best info quality, the best quality information that will enhance your trading ability. So let's go to the DXY, and I'll soon stop this video. Now we can see that basically on the XY, the price is going heavily lower inside, like I have made mention, I'm looking for price to get inside this area for for this month. So if we eventually get inside the area, we have this bearish order block here, the opening price, and also the high of that block. So we can eventually lie between this price and that price. So basically everything being in alignment will now confirm where to expect price to deliver to. So we need to wait for the close of this week so we can determine the opening price of next week, and the no, not even the opening price. We can now look forward to where the low of next week will be, where the low of next week or the high of next week will be, depending on where we close this week. So I hope this video was insightful, and if you did enjoy this video, please subscribe to this channel and give me a thumbs up and stay tuned. There is something I did make mention of that I will discuss, but I can't do that now for time's sake. I wanted to talk about how far can we expect price to go. But first of all, let's focus on this area. When as soon as we take this buy side and this buy side, I will now be, deep, you know, keeping you guys about where we're going to see a major reversal in price. Okay, that is as soon as we take out this buy side and this sell side and this sell side, we are getting towards this area. Then we can now look forward to where price will eventually have a majorly what turn, that is a major turnover. So thank you for watching, and have a nice trading day. Sorry, have a nice trading day. See you tomorrow. This almost 30 minute video, so